our resident observer here at Africa TV. He obs GSL and ASL, but he's not observing today. Today he's competing. And I'm wondering what he's going to do against Flash here, because I think you and I are on the same page, Artosis, where I don't feel like it's easy for Zerk to get a third base. And Zerk basically can't go into mid-game without having a third base.
Well, Camelot especially is going to be a very tough map against Terran. And Flash will probably just wall in, and then if anything goes haywire, make 2 bunkers, and that's like kind of holds you until your tech. So it's tough. Shine is one of the cheesiest players literally in the history of StarCraft 1. Like, this guy, like, I'm not even talking trash right now, even though I would have back in the day. I'm an older man.
Because you're
I
a salty Terran player.
Yeah, but he is literally, like, there's a lot of players that would be very cheesy, but he's the one that was, like, the best at it.
Yeah.
Like, he would all in so often and stuff. So he definitely knows how to beat somebody who is considered better in a macro game, and his macro is not bad.
And there are a lot of dirty tricks Zerk can try to pull off to kill the Terran before the game really gets going.
It's hard, though, because if Terran sniffs it at all and makes bunkers, it's over.
Yeah.
And then, like, you have no drones, and you have all these units that aren't going to do anything, and it's like, oh, no.
Zerg in all 3 of the matchups have tricks where they can just get in there and kill you right away.
Yeah.
You know, but if the Protoss makes the cannons, if the Terran makes the bunker, and if the Zerg makes lings, it doesn't work. And it's very hard to get momentum to come back from that, especially with how good these macro builds are set up. Anyways, guys, this is the winner's match. Shine versus Flash. One will move on to the round of 8. The greatest observer in all the world, Shine.
Funko.
See, I said that. I almost stopped myself. I was like, I don't want to hurt Funko's feelings, but I got to hype Shine right now. In the bottom right, Flash. Look at him destroy that Bakari sweat bottle.
Oh my gosh. That's like a Korean Gatorade, by the way, guys, if you don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
He holds it in his mouth. Look at that.
He's one of those guys.
Do you remember we were talking?
You need cavities, Flash. You better brush your teeth when you get home, buddy.
Do you remember we were? This is when I had met you. I think we were in Italy. One of the first times I had been with you overseas. You were competing and I was casting at WCG.
Yep.
And we were watching Draco.
2004?
Yeah.
No, that was 2006.
Yeah.
It was Italy. Yeah.
And Draco, we were watching him play, and we were like,
so funny.
We were like, doesn't it look like he just like is holding his mouth full of water when he plays, like the way his jaw was.
Yeah, it was funny.
And then we started talking about, wouldn't it be crazy if he
has
actually had a goldfish in his mouth? And it's not
allowed to not swallow it.
Not swallow until the game's done.
On top of playing Protoss at a professional level, it's pretty tough. It's pretty tough. Yeah, it was good times.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because you get somebody playing a game like this, and they're so focused. They don't care what their facial expression is.
Oh,
you know,
no.
you have to just like.
If you think about your facial expression, all you are going to lose.
Yeah, yeah.
Like if that's on your mind, you're not focusing enough to beat a pro gamer.
Yeah,
that is that. I've actually had that happen in tournaments before, where I would start thinking about
self-conscious
like,
how you appear.
Do I look weird right now? And then I'm like, oh, I am screwed.
And then
man.
Lings run by my cannons, and I'm like, I guess I'm going to lose now because I was self-conscious.
Yeah, you got to just like let everything go. You must truly focus to win a game of StarCraft 1, 2, whatever.
So, by the way, Shine actually, so far, playing a very macro-oriented opener.
Sure.
Went for hatchery first. And it looks like, I believe that's the barracks in the low ground.
Yeah,
right?
it is.
Okay. Flash is just setting up to get a quick expansion down here on the low ground and move into the macro game.
Yeah, nothing too cray from either side. I mean, the most obvious cheeses like 4 pools and 6 pools and stuff generally just don't work. If you have good micro as a Terran, you'll get like a Marine out, and then your SCVs have 60 health, so you basically just kill Lings with them.
Yeah.
I mean, Lings attack fast and stuff.
The SCV is a very beefy worker unit.
Yeah.
When compared to like the drone or the probe. The drone and the probe have advantages to them as well. And then they have ranged attack.
Yeah, on one-on-one fights, they actually every worker is considered range, but they like SCV's range 0.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, because Listen, I know
Whoa.
everything about Dark Swarm, Tasteless, and everything about why Terran units don't do anything under it, okay? Because I tell you what, if SCVs could do damage to something under Dark Swarm, I would have 10 command centers back in the day macroing against that crap.
I got to counter this with SUVs.
It's like, how many times did Rhett kill me with one lurker? He has like one lurker left, throws on Dark Storm. I'm like, I guess this is a 30-minute game now.
So interestingly enough, and I would not expect this from Flash. Flash built on top of the gas geyser, which I was under the impression if they went hatch first, you don't do this. But I guess he's going to go ahead and do it. What this does is it forces a Zerg to make the extractor their expansion because it's so important that Zerg get gas up like right away.
Yeah, it's kind of neat. Like, if you don't have enough drones over there yet, or, it's going to keep some lings on there as well, I guess. So your SCV is an easy time staying alive. But, yeah, normally you don't see that if they go hatch first.
And I would especially not expect that from Flash, but he's got the timing mapped out enough where maybe it's more, the Zerg loses more by having to transfer the drones and everything.
Evolution Chamber. This is highly interesting.
I did not think that Shine was going to play this way, but...
Well, okay, so for the Evolution Chamber guys, he's getting +1 carapace. This is very good against Bile. It's just, like, really important to keep your units alive, basically. If you have melee units fighting against range units, they need to live long enough to get there so that they can deal damage. So that's just the general thought behind getting the carapace. To get it this fast can throw Flash off a little bit. Like, you normally do not see such a quick Evolution Chamber nowadays. So that's it. This is neat. Oh, in a Hydralisk Den. Okay, so it's probably just going to be Lurker Ling with +1 carapace is my best guess. There is a slight chance that it could be like a +2... just a plus ranged attack, just because Lurkers do technically 2-shot Marines, but if a medic heals immediately, then, it's 3 shots. Yeah. I don't think it'll be that. I think almost certainly it'll be the +1 carapace. But anyways, it really neat out of Shine that this is what he's going for, and I appreciate that he's not going Spire, because I get shocked when people go Spire against Last or Flash.
Yeah, well, especially on these in spawns like this.
Yeah.
On this map, it's like, well, you are in cross spots. You're literally as far away from each other as you could possibly be. Well, it looks like he almost wants to go for this Battle Zerg style of play where he actually wants to pick a fight in the middle of the map. And by the way, Shine completely zoned out the SCV from scouting this. When you go 3 hatches like this, if you notice, it kind of looks like he connected it like it was StarCraft 2 creep. But you put that hatchery there specifically because then this is more locations for Terran to have to scan to figure out if you're going Lurkers or Mutalisks.
And a scan is the same size as a hatchery and all the creep around it. So it's very easy to place your buildings correctly to screw up Terran scanning, trying to figure you out. And of course, like scans, there's some strategy on when you get them because you do miss a lot of SCV production time while they're building, and of course they do cost a little bit of money, 50-50. But this is really cool that this is how Shine is doing it, and I love that this drone is already down here, ready to go. And I think you're very right when you said Battle Zerg. Like, he actually... With this, like, if he didn't get an Evolution Chamber, he might just try to run in and catch Flash off guard. But he's going to try to, like, kill the army. If he can kill the army one time...
Yeah, he can actually probably pounce on the natural if he kills the army.
He'll at least have map control on the third base.
So, he did not send Hydras out in the middle of the map to try to get Lurkers to make sure that he could secure the expansion. But he's getting 5 Lurkers back at home, so Flash may go for a contain approach here, but that might be what Shine actually wants in this case.
Yeah, he'll make a big round of Lings, then run at the Marines, and the Lurkers will come out right behind, and then Flash mostly has to stim and run away. Like, he can fight a little bit, but like with the +1 carapace Lings, if he gets a surround on those Marines and the Lurkers burrow, lights out for the army.
Now, this is a fight where it can go either way. TVZ, I can't emphasize this enough, because a lot of times people will watch a game, when I'm showing people like Broodwar, for instance, and they're like, oh, it seems like this unit beats this unit. Like, it seems like Medic Marine just beat Lurkers. But then you can watch the next game, and the Lurkers completely annihilate the Medic Marine.
Yeah. It's
all about how you engage. If the Lurkers can get a good lined-up shot, the Marines die so fast it's hilarious. But if the Marines can get any kind of arc and try to dodge the Lurker spines or gun down the Lings or back away, then the Zerg units die. And we're about to see this right here, right now. Okay, that was a really good escape there by Terran.
Yeah, that was well done. It almost seemed like Shine was going to get around him, but running up right now. You left 1 Lurker burrow, though. Good move by Shine.
So that was actually a technique to leave 1 Lurker there so you can rotate around that. And if the Terran tries to go in, they're going to start to lose units. But again, Zerg has not taken a third base. So Flash is probably still fine trying to have... Okay, hold up. Ling's going down there. Can he block him from getting out?
Dude, he has so many Lings right now. These Marines are not going to live through this at all. That +1 carapace helping out immensely as well. I really like the way that Shine is approaching this game, but he needs to get a third up now.
So this is the moment that a lot of the Terrans like last.
Of course.
This is the moment where specifically Last and Flash are so good at is delaying the third base, and it's so important that Zerg gets a third up, and that's why I was hoping that we'd see Shine send 2 Hydras out and try to get Lurkers up at that ramp at the bottom left, and he's actually going to go for a drop, Artosis.
Yeah, this is super duper neat, but even the fact that he's over here, like this could be to try to run around the Terran army, but Flash might be sniffing this out as well. Let's see if he actually takes any precautions against it.
This is such a smart play here by Shine.
Oh my god, Flash does not know Tasis.
Okay, and here's the thing. The Marines are already all the way back. If he can get the Lurkers over the command center, and especially towards the entrance where they have to run back in, he might just win this game.
This is a crazy move right now, dropping out these Lurkers. He's got to make this work. Getting into this mineral line, a scan comes out. There is a siege tank. That's a big deal here. It clears Lurkers very quickly.
Okay, he needs to unburrow probably and jump up forward. He's also going to try to attack the front while this is going on. This is the moment that Shine could actually win this game.
Flash still picking off some units that are trying to reinforce across. A scan goes down. The +1 carapace really helping these units to stay alive a lot longer. Another scan, but more Lings are coming in to screw up these Marines.
He needs to get these Lurkers in front of the tanks. If he can just get in range of these tanks, and he will not, it's going to get cut down. Oh, he needs to scan.
Does have that other scan as well. Hasn't been able to kill off the scanner here at the main base.
Yeah, I think Shine was a little bit slow on capitalizing on this position here in the main. Now, there's a science vessel on the way, but I don't think, actually, with how long Lurkers have been burrowed, that there's any more scans left right now.
Yeah, there's probably not, but with the science vessel popping out, he can clear out these Lurkers. Shine might want to just pick these up and run when the science vessel comes.
Yeah, I think you're correct. Okay, so keep in mind the tank is incredibly helpful here because the Marines don't have to directly engage this. He's also getting ready in case there's a pickup here to try to gun down the Overlords that are holding the Lurkers.
Yeah.
He does not want these Lurkers to get back out. The more Lurkers Zerg have, the better off they are, and the more options they have for possible fights to pick.
Yeah, in fact, like Shine did a good job randomizing when to move the Lurkers back. You actually heard a pre-stim when the tank was attacking because he assumed that Shine might run right then. But
yeah,
this was a really good move by Shine, even the additional burrow. I love it.
Shine's actually doing, okay, you have to have 2 Scourge connect to the science vessel to kill it.
Oh, man.
But that was a smart move by Shine. I got to say, Shine is really tactically approaching this like a genius, but Flash is still holding on. He's still defending this.
Yeah, don't forget, Shine doesn't have a third base up in mining, so even though he has hurt Flash here, he's hurt his economy, it is not over quite yet. Oh, my God.
That was a
great
great
sandwich.
Okay, he's burrowing his Lurkers down here now. Every SCV that's picked off is huge.
The siege tank is placed here, though, so is going to end up losing these Lurkers still. The economy of Flash is not super good. He's lost so many SCVs this game. But the fact that he caught some of those Overlords, I'm not sure which ones he caught.
Yeah, we don't know which ones were full.
Yeah, there was like 3 Lurkers, so maybe he got out with them, maybe 1, maybe 2, who knows. That was a good move by Flash.
It's only 1 science vessel, I believe, so far. If he can just get a pick off on this, then Terran is not going to have that much map control. Now, there's no Defilers out, so it's going to be a lot of brute strength here to win this. Good job there.
And a crazy move here with this split. Good spines coming out of the Lurkers there, killing a decent amount of Marines. The Marines will get on this hatchery, but there is +2 carapace as well here, so definitely something to consider.
This has been a pretty interesting game. Now, even though the Zerg doesn't have a third base, the Terran's economy is pretty badly crippled. Terran is going to try to do a counter push here. This may work, but there's a lot of Lurkers coming up here with these Lings, and if he sieges up and tries to hold his ground and loses the fight, Zerg will get a third base up no matter what.
Oh! Now, this is a standard move right there. You run up Lings with the Scourge, and the AI of the Marines makes them attack Lings over Scourge. Scourge are very low priority, so he was able to pick off that science vessel, which means you need even more scans here as Flash, but he does have the double comsat, so I don't think it's too much a problem.
Right now, Flash is really trying to press hard. Was he trying to drop on that?
He just dropped a Hydra there.
He's like trying to Hydra bomb the tanks.
I don't even understand that one, but okay. The Army of Flash now might just be too big.
Yeah, although I really appreciate what Shine tried to do here.
Totally. Ooh, 6 spines. Oh, my God.
It seems like that's going to be it. GG. Shine has lost. Flash is our, very fittingly, first player to move on.
Yeah. It's what you would expect. Shine wasn't able to really get a third base up and mining. The hatch finished technically, I guess. But you know what? I think both he and Hyun approached Flash in the right way. They weren't playing completely standard games. They were trying to tactically and strategically outplay him, which is very hard in StarCraft 1 against a Terran player because Terran is so rock solid when you got a player like Flash playing.
Yeah, the mechanical ability of Flash. I agree with you 100%, Artos. It's the fact that he tried to go for that drop. It almost worked, too.
Yeah.
I think had he Flash not spotted that right away, he could have gotten in there, taken out all those SCVs. And then with the counterattack, or not the counterattack, or the attack on the natural, I think it would have been better if Shine came from behind there as well.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, time for the interview here with Flash. First player advancing to round of 8.
일단
Once again, you made it to the round of 8.
게임이 너무 빡셌어가지고 두 판 다.
Yeah, I'm really glad I
운이
made it.
좋았던 것 같아요.
It was actually really tough matches tonight.